What's up, delivery fam? Welcome to the GIG ECON Brothers. I'm your host, UDM.
And I am your co-host, DoorDash Dad.
What's up, DoorDash Dad?
Man, what's up with you, bro?
Man, listen, it's been a long day. Today was my day off. Okay. And it's been a long day. It's been a long week, man.
I don't know what you've been through, but I know, you pushing out that content and stuff like that. But I don't know if it compares to what I've been through, bro. Just a little bit.
I mean, to be honest with you, it's been a long week because of a lot of the stuff that was going on online. I'm pretty sure, it trickled over to your content.
What are you talking about, man? I have no idea what you're referring to. I don't know.
All right. So, I mean, it's been a lot of the online stuff. And I will say that I try to get some sleep, but, it was on my chest, a lot of things that I had to say. I'm pretty sure you saw my video this morning.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I had to get some of that stuff off of my chest because, I'm that type of person. I love to communicate. And if I can't communicate, then, I got to communicate in some kind of way, some form of fashion.
I think you did a great job, man.
One thing I revealed in this morning's video is this past Sunday, I did DoorDash all day. No other app. I wanted to be like you, man. I was like, I need to do DoorDash all day to see what it's like. And I only made $152 starting at 7:30 in the morning, which typically I wouldn't have to start that early. And then, I ended about 7:15 to 7:30 at night. Now, comparing the week before, making $305 with multiple apps, and then cutting my pay in.
I was kind of jelly, by the way, too. I'm like, dang, man.
I mean, that was a hustle, though. I ain't gonna lie.
I know it was, man. But a 3 bill hustle, that's bro. Hey, that's work. That's what's up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But cutting that pay in half, I'm not gonna lie to you. It really bothered me, bro. It really bothered me. Like, oh man, I cannot do the one app.
How do you mean, man? Okay, so it bothered you as in how?
Okay, it bothered me in the way that many people do a single app. I know you do a single app, which is DoorDash. And it's like, I'm so used to just running 3 apps. People ask me all the time, like, man, how do you do it? What do you do? Do you do it while driving? Majority of my flipping between the apps happens at the drop-off of the last location I just dropped off to. But, I guess people find it more difficult to when they get one notification and then another notification and then another notification. Oh man, it's frustrating. And then trying to toggle between all of them and then trying to figure out which one you want to take, analyzing all the information as soon as they pop up. I guess it's easy for me, man. I get it. It can be stressful, but
it's worth it. It's worth it, right?
It's worth
necessary stress.
Doubling my pay.
Yeah.
And when on a typical day, you see that $305 day, I did that in 9 hours, but typically about 7 to 9 hours, I would hit about $250 or more, But, $300 is, I believe the $300 really came with the Quest promo that Uber was offering that day. I probably would have hit my $250, $280 goal, or well, not really a goal, but that's usually my number, when I'm multi-apping. But do you think you'll be able to multi-app when you get on with Grubhub and all the others?
I think at first it would be difficult, but I think I could, master it. I'm not a master of any trade, so I would have to be a jack of many, and then I think I would figure it out. But when I saw that, man, that one, I was actually very disappointed. I'm not even gonna lie, man, because I was like, that's tough, like very difficult, because I feel like in my market, I don't know, because I'm gonna be real with you, 7:30, I was like, bro, this dude is up doing the thing at 7:30 on a Sunday. So I'm thinking, man, like, where is he going? Yeah. But I was actually disappointed, man. I was hoping you said 250.
Yeah.
And not because like I rep DoorDash or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a long time, brother. That's
That's
a
a long.
long time to
That.
be outside.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
And
go ahead. Go ahead.
I no, so I'm just like, man, that's so could I do it? I think I could do it after a while, but I know that I can get overwhelmed as well.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that, I I don't want to say I'm glad I do one app, but it's easier on my mental. And I'm the type that'll just freeze up, bro. So I'll be like, and then
During
have
the
a bunch of
headlights.
ton of contract violations and
Oh
everything, man.
man.
Especially, I don't know what Uber and Grubhub give you as far as time to decide if you want the order, but DoorDash is 40 seconds. And I know UDM, you remember when it used to be double that, bro, like
Yeah.
90, used to dissect, figure out what's going on. So
Right.
me, I'm thinking about getting into the ring of multi-apping. I'm not gonna lie, but I think it would be overwhelming at first for sure.
I mean, of course, it was definitely overwhelming my first go round, and I'm not gonna mention what that experience was like. My first go round, it was definitely tough, but I saw, the potential to at least stay busy. I
Yeah.
love staying busy while I'm out here. Instead of sitting and waiting for a long time to get a decent offer that's more feasible, right?
Or UDM, just an
Yeah.
offer period, brother. Just an offer period.
Yeah, an offer period, but
Because that was my day today. But I'll say
oh, that was your. Oh wow.
yeah, that was
Okay.
my day, bro. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I want to hear about that. Okay. All right. You ain't gonna slide with that one, but
All right.
So when I have, let's say for instance, on that Sunday when I did DoorDash only, I was sitting a while, bro, and they were sending me some trash, bro. And when I say trash, I'm not talking about just the pay, right? I'm talking about, oh my gosh, they want me to drive like 15 miles, 10 miles for pay that the miles double the pay.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm not doing any of this. I don't care what times are like. And even if I tell everyone that do tune into my channel, I say, hey, I'd rather you take home $12 an hour versus $12. I would rather take a hit on the pay, at least the miles around the corner. But with gas prices the way that they are, man, I ain't driving double the miles versus pay, man. I ain't doing that.
Especially what you have to do, as you brought up last week. Yeah.
So with all that said, it's like I know multi-apping can be very stressful, but with the times that we're in, I'm beginning to see a lot of people in the comments of past videos, videos that have been recently released, complaining about how slow, how dead things have gotten. Today, you had a pretty sitting around type of day, So it's like, man, I'm like, I got to turn on a secondary app. I don't even care if it's Dispatch or Instacart. I got to turn on a second. I got to hear a secondary notification or a third notification or a fourth. Sometimes I have 5 apps on, man.
Yeah. Wow.
Don't play.
Wow.
Don't play with me, man.
I see, bro. I ain't mad at you. And you know what? I'm thinking about, DoorDash Dad is going to have to, I'm really thinking about stepping out of I'm not going to say my comfort zone, but it's what I'm known as. And I'm thinking about stepping out of it, man, because I don't know about you, but Wednesday is probably the worst day of the week. And today was no different from any other Wednesday. Tough day, man. Tough day. But at the same time, I realized that I am restricted due to my situation, as a lot of people probably are. We talk about this all the time. So when you're restricted with your time, you have to make the most of the time that you have.
Right.
And Wednesday is just, they call it hump day, but they need another name for it, bro, because Wednesday, I've noticed that for me, Monday and Wednesday are the worst days. And
Monday and Wednesday? Wow.
Monday and Wednesday, man. But last Monday, I made a video. It was for me, that Monday was fantastic in that amount of time. But Wednesday is just not happening, bro. And so yeah, I tough day, set around a lot today. And I
Okay,
even
so put things into perspective for me. When you say a lot, like in between orders that you accept, like about on average, how long were you sitting?
Man, on average UDM, I would say orders accepted. It was a nice chunk at the beginning of my login time.
Mm-hmm.
So between 5 and maybe 6:45, I had done two deliveries.
Between 5 and 6:45. Whoa.
Correct. Yes. And then
Okay.
after about 7, it it starts to pick up, but then the area that I dash in, it just, I mean, shuts down at 9. It's like,
Yeah.
tumbleweeds and everything. So then I have to, a lot of times, depending on how many orders I had, how big the payout was, I have to begin making my way to the lower payout areas,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what happened today. And I was trying to get to my goal. I almost got there, but not quite. And yeah, man, I got some theories on 9 o'clock. Like, just 9 o'clock is just atrocious when it comes to DoorDash. I don't know what it's like with the other apps, but it was a tough day. Wednesday has always been tough, but today was the toughest that I've had in a long time.
That's what's up, man. Well, one thing as a full-time dasher, full-time gig worker, yeah, we do have some of those days, and let's
Yeah.
say Monday wasn't a slow day for me. It was just a day I went out a little bit later, so I didn't hit
Hmm.
I was $6 short from my goal, which is just
Yes.
$100. Now imagine I went out in the I went out for lunch, but I started lunch late. Like, say I wasn't out there from, like, say 11, when lunch is just beginning in my
Hmm.
area. 11 to 2 is lunch, right? But
Yep.
I started maybe around 12:30, and I made like $26. So it's like,
Okay.
and then I went out for the dinner rush because I had to pick up my son and all that. So I went out for dinner rush. I made the rest. I hit my 90. Well, $6 short from 100, so $94, and
Uh-huh.
it took a little bit. It took a little bit, but I was still able to make my goal. But Tuesdays are pretty much my worst day of the week.
Really?
Tuesdays, bro.
That just tells you the difference in markets, man. You know what I mean? Like we talk
Wednesday's
about all the
bad
time.
too, though. Wednesday's
Okay.
bad too, but
So Tuesday's the
Tuesday,
worst.
oh my gosh, dude. Tuesdays are like, that clip in the movies where they show, like, the brush or whatever rolling across with the wind in the desert.
Yeah, the
The
tumbleweeds, man.
tumbleweed.
Yeah, but yeah, the tumbleweeds, bro. Yeah.
I said brush, but yeah, thank you for the correction. Tumbleweeds, whatever. But
Yeah.
man, that's how it is around here on Tuesdays at certain times, and 9 o'clock is that cutoff hour for me too. So I mean, on the weekends it's different, but 9 o'clock, oh man, yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely dead after that. So
Yeah.
so yeah. So
And you
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, man, like because of what we've been dealing with the last couple of weeks with all the stuff that's going on with the gig apps and
Hmm.
people trying to increase base pay,
Oh
I
yeah.
really paid attention today after
Hmm.
9.
Hmm.
And when 9 hit, it's all. Here's my philosophy.
Hmm.
My philosophy is that there's a giant pool of orders just sitting from 8 o'clock, bro. I mean, 8 o'clock, 8:30, and they're just sitting, and they're all behind a digital gate, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
9 o'clock hits, the gates open, and whammo, all of the trash comes. I'm talking about 3, 4, 4:25, and it's a nightmare.
Mm.
And today, particularly, they were trying to send me back to, I'm talking about 10, 11 miles for $4, uh, 15 miles for $5. And it's just amazing how at certain times these orders really start to come in.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, man, but 9 o'clock seems to be that trigger point where it's almost like it's a different crowd, UDM. You know what I
It
mean? Like it's
is.
almost completely different, bro.
Right. I totally agree. It's like I want to say in my market, 9 o'clock majority of the, I don't want to say high-end restaurants, it's kind of like 9 o'clock they start shutting things down for like gig workers to come in and pick up their orders, and they start serving people that's in-house, so not all restaurants, like say certain sports bars, they stay open, and like even like Buffalo Wild Wings, they keep stuff coming in, but you have to usually like pick up like say one meal like of boneless wings that's going like all the way down the street. And one thing I hate too, man, and I don't want you to think that it's only on DoorDash that that these long miles are happening.
Okay.
Uber Eats as well, bro. Like $25 for 24 miles. I gotta laugh at that,
better,
bro.
That's better than we would get, though. That's better than DoorDashians would get. We would get about $12.50.
But that's because total may be higher.
That's right.
I mean, with Uber,
I forgot about that.
They're showing the expected tip, and I think that whole expected tip thing is what the customer tipped the last time they ordered, and it's not what they tipped today, but what they tipped last time, So maybe I don't know, maybe the percentage, but but everything the way that it's been this week, it's been slow. There's been a lot of far distance orders. I turned down a lot of them yesterday on Uber, and they were decent payouts, but the miles were just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's going on. And like you said, it's like at a certain hour for you, all of the trash is, hey, like you said, they sit behind a gate, right?
A digital gate, man, waiting to be unleashed. Yeah.
It's
unleash the hounds, man.
Oh, wow. That's it right there.
That's it, man. I'm talking about, and the favorite place is McDonald's. Like McDonald's.
Yep.
Today, I just had to cut it off. Had to cut it off, man.
Yeah. So yesterday with Uber, it's been like $13, 10 miles. They're trying to send me so far away out of the hot area for lunchtime. They're sending me $15, 20 miles. They're sending me to a whole other city in this area. It's like, come on, not in this area, but it's about, I want to say about a good, with traffic, maybe about 40 minutes away where they were trying to send me to. And it's like, why? Why are you sending me that far away? And then I turn on DoorDash and same thing. They're sending me far away. And I'm like, what is this about? Is it because my acceptance rate is as low as it is? Huh? Yeah. What's going on that I'm seeing only far orders? What's that about? Do you have any theory on that?
The payout is so low that I wonder the same thing. Like, is it a lack of drivers, or is it just, because they're trying to send me from where I'm at, just like you said, a whole other, like several cities away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To pick up an order to go down the street from the pickup. And I'm just like, where is everyone at?
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't have a theory, man. I don't. But hey, man, we got some news that just came out a couple days ago. If that, it's some money that's gonna come in the pipeline, hopefully, within the next couple of days, weeks ish, somewhere around there. So hopefully it kind of boosts the economy, man, like it did twice last year, especially when I think the initial relief came in. So hopefully some things start happening and it picks up.
The stimmy.
The stimmy, man. Hey, okay. But
all right. Hopefully things do pick up, man. Hopefully.
I hope they do, man.
They will. I like to remain optimistic. There will be slow days, slow weeks. But in the end, it's all about reaching that ultimate goal. I like to set a goal for the end of the month. It's not because, like, say for instance, if I choose to not work the typical days that I would usually work, right? I will say, you know what? What's the goal for the month? This is the goal. Okay, let me go hard this weekend, and then you will get like a $300 day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's me now saying, all right, I got stuff coming up. I got to now bust my behind earlier on in the month versus the last 2 weeks, last week of the month, So that's how I kind of like gauge my month to month. That's how I do my thing month to month. Sometimes I'll be a little bit more relaxed because my boys want to spend a little bit extra time with me. Sometimes
Yeah.
they be crying, and I be like, oh man, I
Yeah.
call.
They want you to stay home.
They want me to not just stay home, but when I'm on the phone with their mom, it's like, is that daddy? Daddy, when you coming home?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, stuff
Yeah.
like that, man. And I'm like, I'm over here just sitting in the parking lot. I could be
Yeah.
home with my kids, And sometimes I go home early, man. You know,
Yeah.
So with all that said, it's definitely been a slow week so far, and it's been slow because of the excessive miles they want me to drive, and I'm being very careful with my gas. But the offers are still there though. So would you like say, would you have taken like a $25 going 21 miles just to meet the goal you're trying to meet, but on the way back you would try to get something to get you back to where you were?
No.
You would not.
No. Nope. I don't like to. When you do this thing, you got high risk, no reward. So you have to be very, very careful, especially when you travel. You have to take into consideration because, like, since I do just the one app,
Yep.
I feel like that I kind of know what they're trying to do, and I know that in a busier time, they will utilize me. So
Yeah.
if even if I'm out of the district or the area, the region, whatever you want to call the zone,
Right.
I know that they'll utilize me. And so if it's a lot, but that under no circumstances would I've taken that. There's no, the only way, I take that back. I stand corrected.
Okay.
One circumstance that I take that is if it is 20 something miles to home. That's it, which won't happen. But if I'm coming home and that's the only way that I remotely even take that.
Okay. So okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. I believe in stacking offers. Now, in order to stack offers, you have to run multiple apps, right? Now, I
I was
understand
going to ask you to tell me what that meant. Yeah.
I understand your position, right? You have the one app, so you gotta make your decisions based on what they offer you, right? I
Yeah.
got you, right? But when it comes down to multi-apping, let's say Grubhub sends me a $9 that's going freaking 20 miles away. Okay?
Right.
Now, if I decide, if it's slow as hell, man, if it's just slow, molasses, okay, just slow, I'm going to be like, I'd rather take home $12 an hour versus $12. So I'm like, okay, this $9, what can I get? I know it's 20 miles away. So all I need to get is about, what, $11 for this to be at least a dollar a mile one way. So I would literally kind of like slow down my drive before I start heading in that direction. And I'd be like, what? Send me something, Uber, DoorDash, what you got? Send me something,
Gotcha.
Instacart, what you got? What you got? What you got? And if I can't find anything, man, I just kind of like take more for the team.
So
But then-
that's the strategy.
That's the strategy, but if I end up driving those 20 miles for $9, I'm not coming back where I just came from without making the money I need to make before I drive back to where I just came from. I'm not going round trip. I'm not doing any dead miles.
Let me ask you this then, because that's very appealing. It really is, and I think that's the big. It's not just the slowness, but I'm digging the round trip aspect.
Yeah.
DoorDash this, Uber that, Grubhub that, DoorDash this.
Mm-hmm.
So since the pandemic, I don't know if you've seen this UDM, but since I only do the one app, I've only seen it with DoorDash. But since the pandemic, it's been relatively easy to schedule. It's been relatively easy to dash now. Right. So my issue is, what is that on other apps? So if I'm scheduled with app A, DoorDash and I want to do a round trip type deal and I turn on Grubhub or Uber Eats, what is the process like? Because I know you've got the blocks versus like I just know a little bit, but is there like a dash now feature or a run, like how do you make that work for you? Whereas pre-pandemic, it was very difficult for me to get in. Like if you didn't schedule, you were hit. Like you had to literally go sit in whatever region you wanted to be in and be like, and then you had to do it quick, and then you would try to do it, and it would say failed to schedule or whatever. And it was just so. How does that work, man, with the multi-apping aspect?
Okay, well, this is what I tell anyone that just get into multi-apping. Once you master your app, you know what they're gonna do with DoorDash. Okay, let's start with DoorDash. All right, you know what's gonna happen if you don't accept an offer within 35 to 40 seconds. They're going to pause you, right?
Right.
All right. So if you don't accept the offer, they pause you, But you know you have 35 to 40 seconds, right? I guess depending on where you are, right? So 35 to 40 seconds, that's the first thing I know. With Uber, I have about 10 seconds to accept the offer, all right? And then Grubhub, I have 2 rings of a cowbell. And they have a decent amount of space in between them. They're like, and you like literally just chilling, and then you get the again. And when you get that second one, okay, this offer is about to disappear. So
wait, time out. Zach Morris. We're gonna Zach Morris this thing. Okay. So DoorDash has the 40 seconds, right? Uber has what?
10.
There's
about 10 seconds to
10 seconds, which means they don't have a visual representation of the time that's lapsing.
Well, they do, but you don't see numbers. There's just like this green bar that slides down.
Wow. Okay, and then with Grubhub, there's just audible tones.
That's it, man. You don't see no time. You don't see no green bar going down. You just wait for the second. That's it.
Really?
Yeah.
So see me, I'm already overwhelmed. I'm already overwhelmed, bro. Okay, but you queue me up if all right, so continue. So you mastered the one app.
You understand. Okay. You understand how the offers come in. You know what to look for, right? With Uber, since I only have this amount of seconds, about 10 seconds, I need to know how to analyze what I'm looking at the GPS on the offer screen, the amount they're offering me, where to find the miles, and look at the very bottom where the addresses or the crossroads are, and the city that I have to drop off to figure out, is this worth my time or not? So there's a lot.
10 seconds.
And I could do it in about 2 to 3 seconds, bro.
Wow.
This is But this is practice. I mastered it. Uber was my first app. Okay. I mean, it was the first app I stuck with. Postmates was my first, but I only did it for like a week.
I got a confession, bro. Go ahead. About Postmates. I actually, this is like a weird thing, man, but I can be weird sometimes.
Okay.
I love the Postmates jingle. I just do, bro. Like I don't do it. I don't do it, but I've heard it before, and I'm like, man, I don't know, but maybe I'm so used to DoorDash that it's just like to hear something else. But I was like, man, that's kind of cool. But anyway.
That's like the most annoying to me. So once you master each app, right? Okay. You understand how the offers come in and how long you have before that offer disappears. Imagine I get an offer on Uber, Grubhub, and DoorDash. I now know how the notifications go. I am going to check my Uber first and not worry about DoorDash or Grubhub because I know I got time, right? I'm going to look at Uber. If Uber is not offering me something I want to deal with, man, decline. Then I'll go to DoorDash second, because all I'm listening for on Grubhub is the second notification, that cowbell. I don't need to open up Grubhub.
We need more cowbell. I'm sorry, bro.
That's all I need.
I'm sorry. Oh, I got you.
So all I'm listening for is the second cowbell. So I look at
Okay.
DoorDash, I analyze DoorDash, and I say, do I want it? Do I not? And if I want it, I accept it without even looking at what Grubhub is offering me, right? Or sometimes, depending on if it's a decent offer, I would then flip between DoorDash and don't accept yet to see what Grubhub is offering me. And if I see Grubhub, let's say DoorDash is offering me $7.50 for 10 items from a very popular sushi restaurant, there's a chance that, man, that tip might be nice over there, right? But then if I looked at Grubhub and they offering me $10 and I got to go like 5 miles because I know the miles in the areas that I work, then I'd be like, hold on, Grubhub. Let's accept this sushi real quick. If I see that the total or the subtotal of the whole bill is like, say, I don't know, it's up there, that the amount that I'm seeing might possibly change, I'll be like, okay, let's do this DoorDash instead. So
Okay, if you have with the 3 apps, DoorDash has the whole maybe higher thing, right?
Yeah.
So with Uber, do they tell you? With Grubhub, do you know, like,
no,
this is what you're going to get? Okay, so you don't.
So when you accept an Uber, right, you don't see subtotals. You don't see, you can see the items that you got to pick up, and you could kind of like gauge like about how much this is going to cost based on your experience. Like, say, if I'm picking up from a sushi restaurant, right, I know the sushi restaurant because I picked up from there for Grubhub or DoorDash. I would then look at that and see, okay, they got about freaking 15 sushi items here. This Uber Eats might be nice, but that's after you accept it. I can't see the amount of items that I'm picking up before I accept it. So anyway, long story short, it's once you master all 3 apps and the notifications and knowing all of these different things, and knowing how to read the GPS and knowing the miles, the approximate miles that to the pickup or to the drop off, once you know all of these things, then I can make better decisions and not be stressed out. It's like I have practiced it. I understand that from this point to that point is 5 miles. If Grubhub is offering me $15 from this point to that point, round trip, that's going to be 10 miles. And if the customer is near where I am, okay, cool. I don't have a problem taking $15 doing that offer that they offered me, Okay. So, and then this is what I've started doing. When I accept one, I pause DoorDash and I turn off Uber.
So you're not trying to be greedy.
No, unless there's something I'm trying to achieve before lunch rush is over.
Gotcha.
Or dinner rush is over. Like when I know let's say if it's 8:30, dinner rush ends at 9 o'clock, and I'm missing like $20 to hit my goal. If I get a $9, I will be looking for another one so I could go home by 9 o'clock.
All right, you know what? I got something for you, DM.
Okay.
I got something for you, man.
I'm listening.
So a couple weeks ago, it was either last episode 2 or 3, you asked me, I think it was 2. You said, DoorDash Dad, what happens? I thought it was rhetorical, but you asked me what happens when the DoorDash app crash.
Yeah.
So I got to flip it to you now.
Okay.
Because I've always been intrigued by multi-app, and not that I don't want to do it, but it's just it's you know the story. So let's say we know that these companies, they don't like multi-apping in the sense of, I don't think they like it at all. They don't like picking up, they want you to be exclusive to them, right? That's what they want.
Of course.
So let's just hypothetically say that, how would you handle if that became a thing where because like you couldn't multi-app? They're like, I don't know, they got the multi-app police or some type of algorithm or something where it kind of knew. And I know we just speaking hypothetically, but how do you think you would handle doing just one app?
Well, one thing I try to push on my channel, bro, is independence. There's so many things I have as backups.
Yeah.
That if food delivery just decided to squeeze me in a corner, I'm like, yo, listen, I don't need y'all, bro. I appreciate y'all. I do.
He gone.
I appreciate y'all 100%. I'm independent. Okay, so if I need to fall back off of y'all because y'all getting a little bit too ahead of yourselves, I will back off and I will do something else that I already have lined up. And this is why I tell people to sign up for multiple or have other things outside of food delivery, because there's other things outside of food delivery that pay more, but you might have to drive a little bit extra miles that you don't want to. Like, say, an Amazon Flex. An Amazon Flex, you might have to drive a couple extra miles to that warehouse, to pick up whatever you need to pick up. Or that Whole Foods, you might have to get up a little bit earlier than you want to. It's just different things. Different strokes for different folks, man.
But listen, UDM, I think it might have been meant to be, bro, that DoorDash Dad became a thing. Let me explain to you what I mean. So Amazon Flex, you guys know, everyone knows that I started doing Instacart. That was the number one thing. And I thought I was going to love it, bro. I mean, I don't love shopping, but I thought I was going to love it.
You sure, man? Because you look clean in them DoorDash apparel. You know what I'm saying? You going shopping, man.
Hey, but listen.
Okay,
so when you sign up for Instacart, you know what your boy did?
What?
When you make your first batch, they're like, hey, we offer these bags and they green. Oh yeah, that's the colors of Instacart, right? Because I told y'all,
money.
I'm weird, I'm weird like that, right? But it ain't the same. It ain't that dark green. It's like the lime,
Yeah.
So they like, we can take it out your cut, and you get 4 bags. I'm like, all right, cool. So they they do it. So I do Instacart, and I'm like, okay, man. I get up in there, and that app is ticking down. I'm like, oh man, it's green. The time is green. Now it's yellow. Now it's red. And I'm like, oh no. I'm looking up, man, and I told y'all, man, I freeze. So I'm looking, I start sweating. I mean, where is this stuff at? It doesn't. What's going on?
Yeah.
The thing that I do like about Instacart is they have the little scan feature. It's like, that's not the right one.
Yeah.
And you be like, it is the right one. No, it's not.
Man.
So for me, man, it's like, I like the one app, but I am ready to. I think I'm kind of ready to kind of maybe move on. But the reason I said that,
hold on,
wait, hold on, let me go back.
Okay.
The reason that I think it was meant to be is because I have tried UDM, no lie, Amazon Flex. We're not hiring in your area. People like, well, you need to put a different area down, try a new email address. That's
man,
one.
they got tricks to the trade, bro. It was the same thing here, but go ahead.
Yeah. So it was like, we can't get you in. I'm like, bruh, okay, Amazon Flex. I heard nothing but good things. I'm like, is it really that good? So that was done. Uber Eats, y'all know what happened. Y'all know. Well, initially UDM, I noticed y'all might be like, what? But this is before I was trying to do Uber and or Lyft. And my wife was like, I don't like that. And so I kind of stayed, I stayed away from it. But I have tried Uber Eats. I put in a letter wrong on my name. I couldn't get in. So there goes that. Grubhub is like, nah, we're the new caviar, right? Everybody wants to be with us. We're not hiring right now. So here comes DoorDash. And I've tried multiple times. And then when I got the email saying I was in, like, we've received your email, fill this out. I'm like, this is it. Sent in my insurance, nothing. So I say that maybe DoorDash Dad was meant to be. Like, I try to use that philosophy because I know a lot of people are stuck with DoorDash, man, for whatever reason. It's the easiest app to get into. They can't get in. You know what I mean? So I'm looking at it like UDM, like maybe this was my my purpose.
This is your purpose, man. Hey,
this is my purpose. My purpose is to be DoorDash Dad and help people who have the single app with DoorDash, man. But I'm thinking about branching out, my brother. I really am.
See, I learned a long time ago when I first got started with this in 2017. I created my channel November of 2017, but then I started uploading regularly January 15th of 2018. I was very loyal to Uber Eats. That's all I was putting out. And then, when it came down to my area getting oversaturated, a lot more drivers at the busy restaurants, the nice restaurants I used to love picking up from. When I saw all of that, I was like, oh, my pay getting cut in half? Okay, cool. I need to branch out. Remember I said that I felt like I was cheating on them?
Yeah.
You know, but
These
then
bros ain't loyal.
did you just go there, bro?
I went there, bro. Let me see. Sorry.
Anyway, man. Anyway, look. When I realized that I was driving all these miles for Grubhub, and these miles were commuters' miles, that, you know, all the way to downtown Miami, from downtown to all the way to Fort Lauderdale, from Fort Lauderdale to like Coral Springs. These places you probably don't even know what these places.
I've been there a couple times.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Well, cool. So when I realized that I drove so many miles for these companies and I still got treated the way that I was treated, you could say that I was scarred, man. You know, I felt like I was used. They pulled my people away, my little connections that I had with the dispatcher and driver specialists and all that. They pulled my connections away. So I said, you know what? I gotta attack this full-time life a little bit differently. And I said, if I gotta survive out here, I can't rely on the app. I can't rely on the app. So you know what I started doing? I started signing up for damn near everything that I came across online. And then I had a show that I called the Ping Stop. Now, the Ping Stop was every Saturday, and I was introducing a new app to the community of drivers that were a part of the DFAM. And I was signing up for damn near everything, bro. I got over 20 plus apps, maybe 30 now.
Wait, what? I didn't even know it was. What?
I'm telling you.
Wow.
Listen. Every app.
What am I doing? I need to.
Every app that came out, and it didn't matter what I had to do on there. I was like, let me sign up. I have Handy. I signed up for Handy. I signed up for Tackle. I signed up for what? Driver, or some people call it Draver. You know, I signed up for,
just saw that today. I saw that today.
Man, I signed up for damn near everything, bro. There's even an app. I forgot what the app is called, but it's like you deliver cars from dealerships to people.
Oh man.
Wow. I was like, what? Any kind of we deliver cars to customers that buy them. Okay. But it's hard to get on that one. It's down here, but I don't know if it's everywhere else. But I signed up for it, though.
Okay. Well, hey, look, I'm trying to figure out how you get back home or the home base. That's what I want to know.
Well, they have a whole process, and I think somebody picks you up from where you are, and then you go. I forgot how that whole thing works, man. It's been like about a year since I was looking into it. But anyway, the thing is, when I realized I could not rely on these apps, I said, I gotta have backups, bro. I got kids I gotta feed. Yeah. I got family. I got a family I gotta take care of. So if I'm gonna be doing this full time and I don't have, no job security, well, the app's not working today. I'll just go back to my $700 every 2 weeks. I don't have that. So I increased my hustle. I made friends. Along the way. I started politicking. I started networking. Man, I'm telling you, bro. Like, I started networking, talking in restaurants.
He's saying UDM for president, man. So there you go.
Yeah, man. Don't start that. All right. So man, I started to really put on my businessman hat, and I said, all right, I need to network. I need to see what's around here. People need certain things done. All right, cool. Let me talk to people. Let me see what's up. Let me see what's going on in the area. Some people, all right, for instance, let me put one out there to you, right? Down here, there's a lot of homes with all the mildew and stuff on the side of the houses and stuff, but all you need is like a pressure washer, a pressure cleaner, right? Yeah. So if you know how to handle yourself with a pressure cleaner or educate yourself, you could even make that a side hustle and go pressure wash these people's homes and get all that mildew and all that extra stuff off, clean them homes and them driveways, man. Somebody sent me a picture today. They have a lawnmower, the one you sit on, and you know how them people that be cutting the grass, I don't know what it's called, man. They sit on the thing and then they drive it around, but it have like these two handles and they kind of like go around trees.
Boy.
Huh?
Yeah, I got you. I got the one. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it ain't like the one you just sit on
Not the normal riding boy, but the industrial. I got you. Yeah.
So this person, they have one of those, and they go around cutting grass, man, with they little, what do you call it? What do you call it? A riding boy?
They ride. They something, man. I know what you're talking about, though.
Yeah. So they have that, and they're hustling, cutting grass, and they cutting grass in the day. I swear, it's like a superhero, bro. They cutting grass by day, and they doing these apps by night, bro. I salute to that person that reached out to me.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So anyway, long story short, bro, I realized that with these apps, the way that they operate and the constant changes that I've seen over time, I gotta have backups to my backups to my backups. And notice how it's not singular, it's plural.
Oh, yeah.
Backups to my backups. And then have my own little side thing ready if I need to. And then I created my YouTube channel as an additional source of income, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I really want to help people, but I knew that eventually it would become monetized. You know what I'm saying? So that would be additional help.
Yeah.
So that's me with my business hat on and just trying to get out here and make sure that I'm going to be able to survive with or without the apps.
And that's an amazing thing to do, man. That's actually smart, planning ahead. And I feel the same way, man. Like it's not for lack of trying. I've tried to do this, and I just got the Grubhub email, man, maybe about 3 or 4 months ago. And I don't know if that was like a step or what. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach out through and they'll tell you, if that email is familiar or whatever. So I think I'm going to try that again. And I've got some things too, man. You and I talk all the time off the air and about the future.
Yeah.
And I think you always have to be looking toward it. Like it's okay to see what's immediately around you, but you've got to kind of look beyond. You got to kind of peek over the fence and see what's waiting for you long distance. And you have to, because like you said, these apps at the drop of a hat can change. And it's with you talking about how quick Uber and Grubhub are with the timing. I'm like, what if DoorDash cuts again? They went down from 90 seconds. I mean, bro, you could sit back, you could have some coffee, you could read a novel, and then now I'll take that. You know what I mean? You could really dissect where you were going, where you would end up. I mean, zoom in and everything. And then they reduce that. So if they cut that by half again, we're talking about 20 seconds. So all these changes, man, if they start to do something, I have to be prepared for it. So I have been thinking outside the box, but I've been thinking for a while, UDM, that not that, it was meant to be or whatever. I'm kind of joking with that, but how prevalent DoorDashers are. I think it's the easiest app to get into. They're trying to consume the market, which they've done. So they're just like, come on, new people, come on. So I think that's, and to be completely transparent, I think that's one of the reasons that my channel has had this sudden surge of success because of DoorDash and how popular it is. So
and them offering those bonuses, those referral bonuses. Yeah, they're making those things very enticing, don't they?
Yeah, they do, but I have never had anyone complete it, so I don't even care. I just see it and be like, okay, that looks nice. But they're enticing, but they can change any second, UDM, in a minute. They can you literally can start your dash, and then an hour later it goes down by $300 or $400. So so I don't even look at that,
Well, before we, since we're running out of time here, before we really end or start wrapping up the conversation, there's something that I believe you asked me. I didn't get a chance to answer about dashing now. You used the DoorDash app and you asked me about the multi-apping and how do I handle that going about my day with multi-apping.
Yes.
So like I said, in my explanation, I mentioned something about just turning off the other apps, right? Like if I'm on a block with Grubhub, if I toggle unavailable, right, for a while, it will then just drop my block, or mark me absent, right? Because I was on a block. But the thing about Grubhub, I don't need to be on a block to receive offers, but it's going to take a lot longer for me to receive an offer. So what I usually do, so this is the trick, just to kind of like give you some insight. if I don't have a block with Grubhub and I know I'm not going to be priority when they're dishing out their offers, I'm going to toggle available and let that thing run in the background. Sometimes I get an offer every 2 hours, but then I analyze it and I see what I want. Do I want it? Do I not? Okay, cool. I take it or I don't take it. Sometimes I get an order every 45 minutes. Just depends on how busy it is for the day.
Okay.
Like that day with the breakdown that I did or the ride along I did, where the first offer that I received was a $20 Grubhub, I was off block. So that offer, somebody probably didn't want to take care of it because they knew the beach was crowded that day. So imagine I toggle unavailable when I just toggle available when I just leave it running in the background and just flip between DoorDash and Uber. Because they are consistent. And with Uber being what it is, I could just hit go and go online and just end or stop incoming requests and then just go offline. It's as simple as that. I don't need a schedule. So that's all I was trying to put out there, that, okay, DoorDash, you need a schedule. DoorDash, obviously, you probably have a whole block scheduled from, like, say, lunch rush, okay, 11 to 2. Right? But Uber, you could hit go and then stop it. You could do it as many times as you want to in between 11 and 2. Now, Grubhub, if you don't have a block, you can just toggle available, unavailable, available, just like Uber. you know, and you're not going to worry about losing your block or anything because you don't have one. But they're still going to send you one. So with the multi-apping thing, I know how each app works, and it's beneficial to any driver to know how each app works. So when it comes down to a day like you had today, brother, when things are a little bit slow, you could have just had that Grubhub if you were, when you get on. All right, we're gonna be positive here.
I get on.
No,
not if.
Not if. Okay. Not if. Right. We're gonna be positive here. I know some people that's been waiting for like a year, but then they finally get on. Okay.
Okay. All right.
All right. So when you get on Grubhub, you got your DoorDash running. You finally get your email. Yeah, you can sign on now. What? Just download the app. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Now, you download the app. You can just toggle available and just let that thing run in the background and hope that something comes your way. Just hope. You don't know. You're not on the block. Just hope for it. And then, when you do get on Uber, notice how I'm saying when. When you do get on Uber and everything works out, you can do the same thing. And if it's becoming a little bit too stressful, and by the way, I've had those days where it's like, oh, gee, okay, oh, dang, okay, it's just too many coming in all at the same time, and I can't handle it, so I'm just like, I need a break. Turn it all off. And I just focus on one until I'm ready to go back at it again. So I just wanted to give that explanation to you, brother. It'll take a little bit of practice, but once you get in the routine of things, just like hitting the decline button, as soon as you see an offer, how long do it take you to hit decline when you see an offer that's just bad?
About 5 seconds.
You take 5 seconds to hit decline?
I'm driving, bro. I'm at a stoplight. I'm at a stoplight. That's what I meant to say.
Okay.
Yeah, right. I do got to say one thing, though, man. Okay. I wanted to start the show. I know y'all might be like, oh, I'm looking sad and all that stuff. That ain't what it. I mean, I'm used to this. I've been doing this for a couple years, so I'm used to days like this. It comes and it goes. You got to be prepared for it. But here's the thing, though. And I told you I was going to tell this story.
Okay.
So here's why your boy is looking like I might be looking a little sad.
Okay.
I'm exhausted, UDM. I'm tired, bro. I'm tired. I'm my son's teacher. I call myself Mr. Frizzle, except I don't have the magic school bus, right?
Okay.
So here's the deal. A couple nights ago, as a matter of fact, it was the premiere of our show. I'm watching it. I come home. I'm watching it. I'm trying to upload a video at the same time, and I'm doing the thing. But what I forgot to tell you is that as I'm driving home, I go through the Pacific Ocean. Okay, it's in the middle of my street, and I'm like, man, that's a lot of water. It's coming out of the ground. That's a ton of water. This looks like it might be a job for the water guys, right? La, 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 la. I make the delivery. I come home. I usually go through my nighttime routine, right?
Okay.
UDM, I already told you how I am, bro. I have my tendencies and my everything has to be laid out a certain way.
Right.
I'm an ABC type of guy, right?
Right.
So I come home, blah, blah, blah. Your boy had no water, and I lost my mind. So I'm up, and I'm waiting to take a shower. I go hit the water, UDM, nothing comes out. So you want to know what I did? This is the part right here. I stayed up, waiting on the water to get back on. Okay? So 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock goes by, no water. Then I went to bed in the morning. Okay?
Oh,
I
boy.
go to bed. So I'm waiting up to take a shower, UDM. That's what I'm doing. So it didn't happen. I reluctantly go to bed. So now I wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning, time to do school and all that. I was exhausted last night. So since I'm old, you know, I'm a little bit older than you, it catches up to you, man. And so I had to do my thing today. It was a slow day. I was out as long as I could be. And here I am, and we're doing our thing. So that's why DoorDash Dad looks a little bit sad. It has nothing to do with the monetary aspect of today. I'm used to that. I prepare for stuff like this. It's the fact that I am tired. I'm tired, and that is why. So I had to tell the story. I told you I was going to tell it before we started the show.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. So that's why I'm tired, but I'm going to make sure I get some sleep tonight and go hit this thing tomorrow, man. Tomorrow's a new day, and that's what I was going to say before we wrap up, is every day is a different challenge. Yeah. Tomorrow's a new day. You shake off today, man, and you out there, and you got to make up for it. So if that means you go out an hour earlier, you got to do what you do, man. My wife is very understanding, and I do the thing, man. So but I'm out of time, but I had to tell the story, man, and you better leave it in.
So with that being said, family, we want to thank you for joining us one more time for episode number 4 of the GIG ECON Brothers. If you have not done so already, we want you to hit subscribe, click the bell, and join the family on both my channel and DoorDash Dad's channel. So I'm your host, UDM.
And I am your co-host, DoorDash Dad.
And we appreciate y'all very much. So we'll see y'all in the next episode. Deuces. I've seen this before. A group of 15 people come to a restaurant to eat, and they leave $5.
This is an actual story.
This is an actual story.
Oh, boy. Okay.
This was before gig apps and everything, and I felt bad. She did provide good service, but she was working her butt off, right? And she got emotional because she was putting us off for them. You know, she feels bad, and now I'm tipping her better than they tipped her.